All right, in tonight's Biz Blitz, something is in the water because everyone now is just owning up to mistakes. The latest one is a big business, big wig, Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos, saying that he's lost the company billions of dollars on some bold bets that have gone bad. He's stating the obvious, of course, but he's still a billionaire, isn't he? Our Fox Biz All-Stars, billionaires all for this particular segment, are wondering why at least the president hasn't admitted the same type of billion-dollar blunders when it came to Solyndra and a host of other things with Lizzie McDonald, Rob Basso, Tracy Baines. Lizzie.
Yeah, you know, the president as CEO of the company should have taxpayers in mind and should be ready to apologize. It humanizes them. It gives them a lot of, credibility. It doesn't make them look like out-of-touch technocrats who treat taxpayers with contempt when they apologize. It's not just Jeff Bezos at Amazon. It's Virgin Atlantic, Richard Branson. It's Mary Barra at GM has apologized. It's the CEO of Microsoft who apologized to women, saying that not asking for a raise is good karma. So, I think it's a good idea to apologize.
Really said that?
Yeah, he did. Instead, they double down, hope voters get tired of the issue. And what happens is you don't get the backing you need to push your agenda through when you don't apologize.
You're nodding your head.
Well, I mean, Jeff Bezos runs a public company. You can sell that stock at any time you want to sell that stock if you don't like the decision he makes.
That's an excellent point.
But when you pay taxes, you can't decide not to pay taxes. So he's got more.
I know. I tried that. Whoa! Did I get in front?
He's got more responsibility to tell the public what is going on than someone who runs a public company. It's our money at risk. But here's the other point is that we can't stop innovating as a nation. We can't use our failures and be defined by our failures. So any leader that runs the country needs to put this at the forefront and say, we failed. They need to come out and say, we failed, but
and there's nothing wrong with that. We teach our kids that, right? I have no problem. You make a mistake, just say you make it. I make them all the time.
Little mea culpa,
right? And my father, as if it was a discovery for him when he saw the car in the kitchen when it plowed through the garage wall. It happens. Now, he wanted to know if I did it. Of course, I said I did it. He was happy that I admitted it, and then he launched me into orbit. But the point was that, I forget the point because I was in orbit for a long time, but what is wrong with just admitting you goofed up? Now, maybe we're seeing this late with the likes of Harkin and Schumer,
I don't really think he thinks he did anything wrong.
Exactly.
He's
exactly.
a little egomaniacal here. I mean, you're talking cash for clunkers, help for homeowners. Project after project has gone bad, cost taxpayers millions of dollars, and yet he goes to the UN and apologizes for our behavior. Americans have done wrong.
Ferguson at the UN.
Well, it has been hard for presidents to apologize when they're in office, right? A lot of presidents tend not to do that.
JFK
did. He did, and George W. did for Katrina.
Millard Fillmore.
I don't remember that.
Why is that? Do they think so little of the American public?
Hang on, let me finish. The president, when he apologizes, he goes on NBC and he says things like, "I'm sorry, insurance policies were canceled." That feels insincere when
and I don't think he's sorry. I really don't think he's sorry.
Bottom line, it could be, productive here if we start admitting mistakes. Anyway, Chicago Council strongly approving a $13 minimum wage. But unions actually want more than that. Now, keep in mind, the national average is $7.25, even though most states pay more than that. A Chicago union leader saying of the $13 figure, it's a good place to start. Tracy, a good place to start.
This reminds me of my 10-year-old, because she'll go like this until you give her what you want. And then when you give it to her, she'll come back and do this again.
Ouch.
And you give more and more.
She's strong. That's why I don't argue
That's what this is. That's what this is. This is poking the taxpayer in the face.
See, my father would start talking to me first in Italian, then launching me into orbit.
See, well,
but that's what it is. And we are going to keep giving if they keep annoying us, and we keep caving.
But here's the main reason why unions are pushing for it. What they want is they want a narrow differential between unskilled laborers and high-skilled laborers. So let's say you get paid $13 an hour, $15 an hour for skilled laborers. You're going to hire the skilled labor before you get out of the unskilled. That's why they want
to do it.
These jobs are entry-level jobs. They're not supposed to be career jobs.
Exactly.
You're supposed to get skills to grow out of those jobs.
Well, what are the unions up to then?
Well, the unions are saying, they're being smart about it. They're saying, listen, Walmart is blowing their money on stock buybacks and dividend increases. That's not fair. They should raise the wages for the workers. So that's a pretty powerful argument.
And that gets them more membership, because membership is on the decline. They have no voice. They're losing their voice in the White House by the second. So they need more members on the street.
But when you see Amazon being replacing workers with robots, and the fast food industry doing that, and healthcare and the automotive industry, you got to say, hey, worker, watch out.
I got to say, where do I get a robot?
Minimum wage is supposed to be a starting wage, not a long-term wage.
Wait till Jeff Bezos replaces all of those Washington Post reporters with robots. See how they like that. Anyway, guys, thank you.